Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome back to episode 22 of TerickTime. Oh. In the last episode, we spent some time and got ourselves full netherite gear and tools. Absolutely outstanding. Huge upgrade for us on the server, and we definitely needed it. It was long overdue. And then, we kind of took the rest of the episode a little bit easy, and we made this amazing sheep pasture farm area. Got ourselves a nice little custom trees, a nice little custom house, and then a nice little custom resident for the area to hang out and, watch over the sheep and do some fishing and just live the quiet life. And not gonna lie, I'm really jealous of that face. He's just got it made. Like, he's got a puppy and a porch over a pond. He does have a lot of noisy sheep. But you could just cram some wool in your ears, and then, that problem goes away. So, not the end of the world. But, all weirdness aside, in the last episode, I talked about wanting to start on the other side of the market hall. And originally, it was a little bit of a daunting task, because this is a big area to build in. Like, honking is the verbiage I'm going to go with. It's a honking area. It's huge. And it's a little daunting, so I kind of tackled it like I do everything else and just broke it up. So I've got a couple of nice plans for building up in this area, but the big one that I really need to get taken care of is a little bit of a bigger build again, which I am really excited about because, well, I have something in mind and planned out, and it looks amazing. So wrong way, this way. So let's go over and have a quick chat about that. And that area in particular is this eyesore. It's my cactus, my cocoa beans, my bamboo, my tree cutting area. It's a sore thumb. It really is. Like, when I'm trying to take some screenshots, I gotta strategically cut this area out because it just looks bad. So, in today's episode, we're gonna fix that. So, I'm gonna go get myself a whole bunch of materials. We're going to, first of all, package all this up, give ourselves a nice clean slate, and then we're gonna build a lumber mill, and it's gonna be amazing. Well, what y'all think? That was only a little over 3 hours of building. So, I, you know what I'm gonna say? I love it because, well, I made it, so it's pretty. And I did do a little smidge of stuff in the inside. Ow! I'm just gonna look where I'm going. Couple of these little carts. This cart, kind of having, all of these have the ladders and the rails, holding them in, strapped in. This one is being pushed off onto this kind of roller bar. So, the straps are just kind of, been thrown willy-nilly by whoever offloaded it. They're kind of careless and messy, but, deal with them later. And then I built up this big old saw blade, and then did throw in this little pillar in here, just so, the wind power can be brought down to the bottom, and then magically underneath here it is being used to turn the saw. I am using the brown concrete powder as kind of like a sawdust. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this in the corner here, but I figured, hey, kind of, sawdust is a problem, and they kind of swept it off into this corner. It's, of course, now a fire hazard, but that's a different problem. And then just some finished product being moved this way. Out the old door here, and then we just have, a couple of bundles of cut up birch planks here, ready to go for whatever project we work on. So, but the big however is where am I gonna cut trees down now? As I don't have a place anymore. And well, I have an answer for you. I spent a decent amount of time digging a hole. Because, well, tree farms are ugly and big and bulky, so they need to be hidden. So, I dug a big hole. This is 6 chunks. So, 32 wide, 48 long. Should give me lots of room to be able to build up maybe 1 or 2 TNT tree farms, and then just still have some space for cutting down the other random stuff. And of course it is a slime chunk as well, so there is that, unfortunately. Manageable now. The other thing I just wanted to quickly show you was how lucrative this was. Yeah, it was good. I got stuff for days. Shush. Go. Be quiet, please. So loud. So loud. Anyway, the other big thing that kind of was the turning point is I'm going to need a lot of stone. Like, tens of thousands of stone in the near future. So, I have lots of stone. 18 double chests of stone. Plus the other stuff from the quarry, so I probably have about 20 double chests of stone. Which, post-production, Terrick, do the math and put it on the screen. How much stone 20 double chests is, because that's gonna be, crazy. Anyway, I'm kinda wanting to take a break of building pretty up there, and I want to build some functional stuff down here. So I'm gonna quickly figure out what I want to put and kind of where. Alrighty, so I got a few things planned out here. This side here is just gonna be a water stream for things like cutting down spruce, dark oak, acacia, anything that's like a 2x2 formation. And then it's just gonna be in the middle here, and then I'm gonna have water swooping everything to the edge. This is 8 blocks. And then everything will be coming along here versus water, and then around the corner, up a bubble elevator, and into a chest. Sounds simple, right? And then over on this side, the plan is slightly more complicated. I'm going to be having like another tree farm. Well, another tree pusher, really. So basically I can just sit there, bone meal, everything that grows, and then gets pushed this way, which is going to be a collection area, which will have TNT dropping, blowing everything up. And then on this side, it's going to be, not I built a tree farm in my last world that was good for oak. I've since made a couple modifications, so it's good for spruce, birch, and oak, which is kind of helpful. So I think I'm going to eventually build that here. These are not going to be built in this episode. I am literally just sketching, and then this side over here will be built this episode, because, well, this much I can handle. My brain is mush, and I still have building that I have to do on the surface, so... And there we go. The world's ugliest tree farm, but that's why it's on a hole in the ground, so we don't have to look at it. Now, that being said, I'm gonna quick grab, I got a whole bunch of saplings and bone meal and stuff. I'm gonna rip all of that down here. And then, I guess we should, well, this place ain't done. It's, well, a scary, terrifying mob farm everywhere. But, you know, we gotta prettify it, kind of like, you know, well, everything else we've been doing. So let me clean up my mess, find a new home for the llamas, and let's start making this place purty. Hey everybody, hope you enjoyed that time lapse of making the little old bluff there. Definitely some good practice for me, gonna need it. But right now, well actually real quick, I did go back in and add in a whole bunch of like little deep slate veins and things like that, just to kind of spruce it up and break up the blandness of the stone, which is always a good thing. But now we're on to trees and bushes. So I have this really unique kind of tree idea that I saw when I was on a walk the other week, and it's been stuck in my head for a little while now, and I really want to try and make it. So we're gonna hop back into a little time lapse. Sorry, I know it's time lapse heavy, but there's just, yeah, I can't record this and talk at the same time and build it. It's just, I can't even do this clip. It's so terrible right now. So we're gonna go back into time lapse mode, knock back onto those tunes, and hopefully I can pull this tree off. I think it looks really good, but you know, I just like everything I do, so yeah. So yeah, it was this kind of like older large tree that had fallen over, broken off over a river, and then had a couple of trees kind of growing up and out of it. I don't know, it's just really cool and something different. So I like how that's turned out. So now y'all have seen me build, trees a million times already. So I am going to spend some time just kind of making some trees and greenery and bushes and a little bit kind of over here. I don't want to do a whole lot on the bottom yet because, well, future plans. No spoilers though, so. Hey everybody. So, I have been hard at work, and I also realized that, well, I probably should have split this episode up into 2 projects. This was a ton of work. Like, it looks amazing, don't get me wrong, but this was a ton of work. So let's show you real quick what we did. So just inside the lumber mill, didn't do a whole lot. I did put up a couple little things to hold lanterns. I threw a little saw blade on the wall because I thought that was kind of nifty. A little bit of more cut lumber. I did have to throw some glowstone under the carpet in a couple of places. I just couldn't get all of the spawning spots taken care of, unfortunately, and I didn't want to add just tons of light on the floor or torch spam. So there it is. I do have a little bit of opportunity in here still to do something, but I'm at a loss. I don't know what to put in there. Like, I have a little office-y thing up there already, so storage of some kind, maybe like, some axes and stuff like that, more armor standy stuff, but my brain has had enough. So we're gonna move on away from that problem. And we're gonna move over to the bluff because, well, this was actually a ton of fun, and I actually made a wee bit of a Reddit post looking for some help, what to do up here, and in my world it went viral with like 3,000 upvotes and hundreds of comments. It was really cool, and it was absolutely amazing to see the Minecraft community come together and just throw stuff at the wall and come up with some ideas. It was fantastic. So I'm going to show you said ideas now. So we have a little bit of a kind of a ruin scene here. So a lot of the mossy stuff in with the cracked stuff and just kind of making it look like there was a structure up here once upon a time, and it has just, decayed and fallen apart, and this is kind of all that's left. And oh yeah, I made a massive azalea tree, which I probably should have time-lapsed for y'all, but it just didn't happen, and now it's there, and I'm happy, and I love it. So, couple little quirky things that did happen up here, and these are suggestions coming out of the Reddit post. Is one of them was have some folks having a picnic. So this guy here is ecstatic that there is cake. Like, look into those eyes. He is so happy for the cake. And then this guy's here got a little glass of something, I don't know, adult beverage maybe. And then this is the best thing I could come up with for like a little picnic hamper. You can't really see it, but there's another tripwire hook on the other side here, so it kind of looks like handles. I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool. And then the part that my inner child loved. And yes, I'm an inner child because, well, I'm old and play Minecraft, and don't judge me. So the part that I just love is this here. So there's this little, it's kind of like, I would have killed for this as a kid. Finding a little like hole underneath a big tree was just the best thing. And like, as a little boy, I didn't need anything. I needed a friend and a stick to play with. So here's 2 little kids duking it out, having some fun, swinging some sticks around. Like, it's really nothing down here, but it just makes me so happy that this little nook is here. So I hope you would like it too. Now, one other thing I'm just gonna quickly do before the sun goes down. The first thing they're gonna do is invade my privacy again, but I'm just gonna let them go. I got the mod Tweakeroo. I've seen a couple people using this lately, and it's absolutely fantastic. So I'm gonna show you too. If you don't know, Tweakeroo. I'll put a link in the whatchamahoozle, but check this out. You get a free camera. For building this tree was the best thing ever. I could build a bunch of leaves, look at it, take a peek, and just kind of fly around and see, okay, you know, where am I missing something? What's going on here? But also, just the overall, okay, first of all, this episode was about this, the lumber mill, originally, not, I should capture them and make them work in the lumber mill. Is that, make is a strong word. They're volunteering to be employees of the lumber mill. There we go. But yeah, I did this, and then I wanted to do the back here, and this back project just got away from me. But it just looks amazing. So now I just need to work on this general mountain here. I've started, big word, I've started collecting enough snow blocks to start replacing a lot of the dirt up in here to really kind of make this look a little bit more like a snow-capped peak. So, but I'm getting scared here, so I'm gonna go sleep real quick. Hang on. So I was able to convince them to volunteer, and then that zombie had a helmet, but it must have broken from getting shot. So unfortunately, he will not be volunteering. This episode has been an absolute ton of work, but I'm so happy I did it, and I really appreciate your patience for me taking a little bit extra time to make sure that this came out right. I really hope y'all enjoy it, and think I'm calling it my little bluff. That's my dryer. I really hope you've enjoyed it as much as I, and you like it as much as I do, so I'm just gonna pan out a little bit here, if I can, because everything's backwards right now, but this episode has been a ton of work, as I said, but so much fun, and I just want to say thank you, folks. So if you did enjoy it, please, you know, drop a like, drop a comment what your favorite part is. I'd really appreciate a little bit of feedback on this one. And if you want to come back for some more TerickTime shenanigans and see what else I get up to in this world, hit that little subscribe button. I'd really appreciate that. But until next time, folks, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.